Hey guys, Craig here. Welcome back to some more Super Mario Galaxy 2. In the previous episode, I beat Bowser and started off World 5 while talking about my second cousin's near-death experience in quotation marks and some of the future ideas for my channel. And in this episode, we're going to move on to Upside Dizzy Galaxy. So this is always going to be so much fun to get through. Strange because... Okay, I'm not going to go on about the first anymore. Plug. Bob 18, Craig MHG, Let's Race Super Mario Galaxy 2. It was actually intense at the end. I recommend you look at it. Plug. Okay, that's the end of the plugs. But yeah, as you can guess, this is obviously a reference to the World 1 Galaxy we're in before. But in this episode, I'm going to talk about... Okay, I know what I'm talking about. I'm going to talk about the part where I was almost detained in Istanbul. Or, I'm not sure if I was almost detained, but I was almost, like, stuck in Istanbul, let's say. Only me, by the way. Like, family might have, like, stayed with me, but... Basically, what the... Okay, thank you. But basically, I would have been the most screwed out of everyone. Okay, so this is a bit of a story. So, of course, as I've spoken about many times before, I was on holidays, and like these are like all the holiday stories I'm talking about now because obviously, you know, these are the good stories that I've got a lot. There's a lot of stories to talk about basically because this was a very memorable holiday. Okay, so one thing you need before going to South Africa if you're under the age of 18, I also want to say, at this point here, and probably around the time I was there. I'm a month and a half under 18. But basically, you need your birth certificate if you're under 18. We all knew this. I actually got a new birth certificate because my other one was all ripped off. And we're like, okay, we don't want to take any risks here because it's Istanbul. And it's South Africa and all. They're pretty strict, you know. So, you can't really risk anything here, can you? Holy shit. Okay, I'm messing this up completely. Please. Oh, 4 boxes. Unfortunate. Okay, it was only 4 boxes as well. But it's okay, because you don't die here. But basically, we went up there. Everyone had actually went through to the airplane already. And I was just kind of like, okay, here's my passport. And then we're like, okay, where's your birth certificate? And I'm like, okay, I'll give it to I don't have it. Do you mind if you just call back my dad? Because he's got all the travel documents. And... I went, okay, Dad, can I have my birth certificate? And he's like, oh, no, your mum's got it. I'm like, okay, Mum, can I have my birth certificate? And she's like, oh, shit. I'm like, what? Well, at that point, like, she was freaking out and all. She's like, oh, shit. And she was, like, looking for it and was like, I forgot to pack it. I'm like, you what? Sorry, you what? And she's like, oh, I forgot to pack it. I'm like, well... Don't say that. Don't forget to pack it. And she's like, I just haven't. Just like, we're like, okay, what can you do here? Like, there's nothing you can really do at that point. Like, what do you say? You've forgotten your birth certificate. We're gonna let you through because you said, I'm sorry. It's actually a law in South Africa. You need a birth certificate. And we're like, okay. It's like, okay, you can actually get a photo of it, and we're like, that's great. Problem was, it was like midnight over where we lived, and she's like, okay, we need to phone someone to send a picture of it. And, like, it was so funny, because my uncle actually was like, the uncle who, I don't really know how to explain him. He's far too sensible, and to say stuff, he doesn't really like people too much. I don't really know how to explain him to people who don't know him. But basically, it's like, okay, we're just go. There's no point in everyone missing a flight. And my auntie just kind of looks at him like, don't you fucking dare. Because, people may look like, okay, that's fair enough. But if you think about it, it sounds logical, but it isn't because, if time runs out, they can still make it to the plane. I will stay behind. Like, it'll be fine. Like, if they say time's up, he can go like, okay, we can still reach the flight. We'll message you and all through this and all. We'll try to get you through it. Like, if that wouldn't happen, we'd have to, like, fly someone to Istanbul or something. So basically, my mom and auntie are like all like freaking out and all like, hello, can you send this? So before my next door neighbor, a friend of the family, and my other aunties, and bro, my auntie at that point, I don't know what, she was kind of like being a bit more uncooperative. She was like, I don't know, she was either too tired or something. She's like, it's like, okay, can you go do this? And all I kept on hearing on the phone was, okay. No, don't hang up. And all you hear is my dad, for fuck's sake, what's wrong with her? And all you hear is apparently all of my aunties like, was that Gary being, was that Gary being nasty again? Maybe I should just all hang up. And everyone was like, no, he's only joking. But with my dad, if you know my dad, he always like just does shit like that. He's like, for fuck's sake, what's wrong with her now? And we're all like, don't piss her off, because if she gets pissed off, she will legit just hang up. She's like, okay, maybe I'll just hang up and not help you. And we're all like, no. Woke up my next door neighbor. He was obviously on the red wine, let's say. Oh, I think he was. I'm not sure. I didn't speak to him, but apparently he was, because like he didn't. I don't know, he was either fast asleep or maybe both. Yeah, because he does like his red wine, is all I'm gonna say. My next door neighbor. Nothing wrong with that. I need to add in before people get the wrong impression of him. It was like a Sunday night after all. So, it was a Sunday night, like 12 o'clock, so it's not like illegal for that. Also, that was perfect timing. But yeah, basically, after all that, they all arrived at the same time. A friend of the family also has a really shit phone, so she couldn't take a picture, but she had a key to give to my auntie. My next door neighbor could not find this key, and to now he still can't find it, because knowing me, after I'm always like a story about like getting stuck somewhere. Like if I forget my key from school, they're the ones that like I borrow the key from, so that also might be why the key's missing and I never returned it, because that also does sound like me, if I'm completely honest with you. But basically, yeah, they all arrived at the same time. They take a picture of it. It was the most blurry picture you could ever see. How we got through Istanbul with it, we don't know. She was like, okay, we're gonna let you through, but you actually need a good picture, because South Africa will not be nearly as nice as we are about this. And we're like, alright. Like, okay, Diane, who's the name of my auntie, she's like, Diane, get us a better picture, please. And it's like, alright then. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Whenever she took a picture and sent it, everyone's phones went out of signal. Like, I didn't bring my phone at all, because I'm like, okay, there's no point. I'm in South Africa. I don't really use my mobile phone that much. I usually use them mainly to like check Twitter or something whenever I'm gone. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna have any data roaming. The most good, I'm probably not gonna text anyone, I'm not gonna phone anyone. The most that's probably gonna come out of as me accidentally keeping on data roaming. And data roaming, I think, in Mozambique is like £2 a minute. That's what we were told, and like, that is just insane. Like, imagine if you forgot to, you know, switch off your data roaming, how much that would be. That is just an insane thought. Like, £2 a minute, so that's £120 in an hour. Like, £120 an hour, times that by 24. I'm not even going to do that, because I could do, let me see, 120 times 24, so that's like over £2,400. It's probably like 2,000, okay, actually no, I can do this. It is like 2,600, I think, altogether. I don't know, I'm doing this math all off the top of my head while trying to play and trying to remember the story. But basically, yeah, it's bad. That's very high. Okay, also this is our final chimp ice skating challenge, sad face. So if you like these, you know the 2 levels to go into. I think it's exactly the same as last time. And I remember I just messed it up last time whenever I was commenting, so let's hope I don't do it. But basically, yeah, that was actually a really interesting story about what happened. I somehow got through. We got a better picture. I had to pass the border in Mozambique as well with it. and very even stricter. So we needed someone to put it through a fax machine, email it to the hotel, and basically, you know, send it to the hotel. The hotel would print it out and make it look like that. Because otherwise, they would either have to A, bribe the Mozambique border guards, or B, smuggle me into Mozambique. And people may be laughing like smuggling into Mozambique. I swear to God, that's actually an option. Another one of my older cousins, who's actually from South Africa. Whenever I say older cousin, he's actually still my second cousin. He isn't like a cousin first removed, but he's 24 or so, I think. They forgot his passport, made him lie on the floor, and put a blanket over him, and he got through the border. Like, that was honestly an option at one point for me. That would have been hilarious, though. Smuggling me both in and out. That would actually be an amazing story. We're also told an amazing story about someone who couldn't get in for their wedding in Mozambique, so they had to smuggle him in for the wedding and then smuggle him out later on that night. So that would be a really good story for a wedding, wouldn't it? But yeah, that was an insane thing. The fact that all that came because we forgot a birth certificate. And if this was like 2 months later, legit 2 months later, that would not be needed. Scott got through in the skin of his teeth. Didn't need his birth certificate by the skin of his teeth because his birthday's 27th of July. And we went on like the 30th of July. So that just shows how much he didn't need his birth certificate. They're like, do you have a birth certificate? Like, nope, he's 18 now. And I think they even had to think about it for like a minute. We're like, alright, he can get through because it's completely legal for him to do because obviously he is 18. And it was just so funny. Oh god, that was stress. I wasn't actually too stressed out about it, surprisingly. I wasn't too bad because I always knew, because I don't know, I'm a very optimistic person if you meet me. So I believe, yeah, okay, something's gonna happen. Worst things comes to worst, I'll have to stay in Istanbul for a night. And people may find that scary, but for me, I'm pretty good whenever I'm, like, you know, doing stuff solo. Like, I know that people are scared, like, sleeping in their house alone. Like, for me, I'm honestly not bad at all sleeping in my house alone. Like, sometimes I actually like that. Like, it's the fact that I've actually said this on stream before to Brooklyn. Brooklyn's like, what the hell? Not because I'm like doing this, I'm trying to do this alone. But for some reason, whenever I'm older, I kind of want to move to Bristol for like a year or so. Like, whenever I finish uni, I'm probably gonna have a gap year because, you know, I've been doing school since I'm 5. Whenever I finish uni, I'll be, okay, that's 5 years. So holy shit, I'll be about 22, 23. 23 actually, I'll be 23 whenever I finish uni. So I just want to, that's like, if I will be 18 years of my life all in school. So obviously, yeah, I do kind of want to enjoy life a bit. And, you know, go to Bristol for a year. You know, just think life over a wee bit. You know how you're doing gap years. And, you know, try to enjoy myself a bit. But also, I think that'll be a really interesting thing to do. Move to Bristol for you. Don't ask why Bristol. Bristol is a place that, I don't know, I like the look of Bristol. Like, I also read some of my Brooklyn was like, what the hell? Because I like Bristol, and Brooklyn does not understand why. And I don't really either, but it's like, it's a nice place, in my opinion. It's a nice looking place. I've got family, actually a lot of family who are only like a couple of hours drive each way, so it's not like I'll be completely alone. It is only like an hour's flight from other family, well, main family, let's say, who actually are from Ireland. Like, it's about an hour and a half. Like, if I really needed to get across, I can just pack carry-on stuff and fly. The flights aren't extremely expensive or not extremely cheap either. Well, it depends. I guess it really depends, doesn't it? What? No! Oh, cheetah death. Get out of my way, you stupid thing that stresses me out. But yeah, I don't know why. It's not Istanbul. Bristol kind of, I don't know. I don't know. If anyone's from Bristol and is watching, tell me if you like it or not. And how cool it'll be if your good old friend Craig was there. Hint for the answer, not really cool because I'm not a cool guy. Lamau. But yeah, I don't know. Bristol's somewhere I've always liked to go to. I've never really been there before. I guess that's another thing. Like, I've also never been to Scotland. I'd love to go to Scotland sometime. But yeah. If you want to hear more about like stories like that, like what I'm planning to do for university, like I've kind of already got like a plan for the next 5 years of school. But I'm not 100% sure about next year. Next year is like the part I'm most like unconvinced about what I'm doing. But I'll have to like say it isn't fully planned yet. Because it's either 1 year doing an HND for computers and then 2 years of university for a certain thing, or you know, just a full or just a full 4 years in university. I need to like kind of look more into university first, but at the moment I'm thinking probably the HND. But I've got arguments for both, basically. Let's say, oh no, can I make it? No, I'm not gonna make it. Oh shit. Oh, there's 2 and all. Shit. I just love the wee capey skull though. What's his name? Prince Picante. It's not the same as King Caliente though. Oh. Come on now, lad. Come on now. This one's definitely gonna be a green guy. Thing, come on. Okay, I'm sucking so bad. I've never sucked this bad in this boss before. Alright, let's have a look. Can I get lucky here? Yeah, okay, there we go. We can't get that second one for sure. Oh, well, he's dead anyway. Just the final hit's a bit annoying there. But yeah, I'm looking forward to... all I say is, if people have ever done like... If people have went... Like, I go to college at the moment, and I've just done my first year. I got my results back, like, I think it was a couple of hours after my last session of Galaxy 2, or it was either the next day. Because I was telling people, when do we get our results? And they're like, most people were like, I don't know, but then there was one guy who's like, oh yeah, I can just go pick him up. You've been able to pick him up for a few weeks now. I'm like, okay. So I went in, and got my results, and... It was exactly what I actually thought it was. Exactly what I thought it was in each and every subject. Because I was given predicted marks and all. And I basically got that right. Leonard Jensen and Baby Lima's arrived! And it was in college terms, it was 3 distinctions. Well, not 3 distinctions. I got 6 distinctions, 3 merits. But the final mark was DDD. Which is the second best mark you can get. I was 1 off from getting distinction star, and I'm not joking here. I'm not. This is the thing that pissed me off. I was screwed over by my lecturer. To get the final one, we were given 1 week to do our final assignment. Nobody, I think maybe 1 person got distinction. I was 1 sentence off, and he was like, "Oh yeah, you were a day and a half late, so I'm not gonna give you it." And I'm like, really, you're serious? And then he let someone who was, let's say, I think it was something like a week late, he gave them a chance to go for merit, and he gave him a chance to go to merit whenever he barely got past. And I'm like, you gave him it? And he's like, I'm not. And legit, okay, the guy told me, who told me how to get the mark and all. He is 24 and all. He just kind of went to me. It's like, what in the entire mother of fuck? Guy actually, no, his name's Guy. He got so pissed off with this guy. He walked out of his class on like the final day. Like, he asked, okay, when are we going to get time to work on our system analysis? And he's like, oh, I'm not too bothered about system analysis. He's like, yeah, I know that you were off, because he actually like collapsed during class lecture. He's like, okay, I know that you were off ill and all, but we lost like 7 weeks worth of work, and we're getting no time to get back into it. And he's like, well, it's your problem, isn't it? And guy was like, okay. Then he walked out of class and just worked in one of our other lecturers' classes, who was teaching another class. He just asked him, hey, can I work in this class for the day? I just worked there and worked on his assignments, because I'll be honest, Russell, who's actually the name of the lecturer, kind of grown on me in the end, because, you know, whenever you talk to him one-on-one, he's actually pretty reasonable. But whenever you're talking to him and he's talking to the entire class, I'm gonna be honest with you here, he's a decent enough guy sometimes, but he's a complete and utter asshole for wrestling. Like, he said to someone, "Oh yeah, this work is, you're not even gonna get a pass for it," and like, I swear to you, like, the entire class kind of looked at it because we're all like, "What the hell?" Like, because he was like, "Yeah, but I've got everything else." No, I scratch out. The reason we checked it was because he was giving everyone else feedback, and just went to this one guy, "Nope, you're not getting anything. No, I might just feel you for the entire lesson." He's like, "What? No, you can't do it." And he's like, "Yeah, I can." And then we all kind of just checked through work, and we're like, "Russell, this is up to merit standard at least, because you can only get a pass in a merit in this." But like, Russell, I think, just didn't like a guy. And then I think, oh yeah, we had the assistant head of, this is how bad like things got in this one class. We had the assistant head of school in about 7 times in our class to complain about this guy. Scratch out, assistant head of school just started ignoring our emails and all at the start, until we got like, and you can't tell you know it's bad. Whenever one of the lectures, he always like would say immediately if you're in the wrong. She actually didn't argue with us. She's like, when we were all like, "Well, we know we're in the right." She's like, "How do you know that?" Like, even though you're on our side, you're like, "How do you know that?" And she's like, we're all like, "Because you're not arguing with us, and you would be the first one to argue with us." And she's like, "I can't say anything bad against lectures." And we're like, "Well, we know exactly. Know exactly what she's referring to here now." But yeah, he isn't a bad guy, but he's such a bad lecturer. He is such a bad, and he did turn into an asshole against a lot of other people, which was a bit more unfair, to be honest with you. And I think everyone kind of got really pissed off him, to the point where people who were actually defending him at the start of the year was like, "Okay, this guy's actually an asshole now." I think I've actually spoke to James about this on an MC Double Team episode, which never aired because of audio corrupted and all. I think we are actually, I'm going to try to get MC Double Team back. The problem, this is a mini Gaming Dream Team update video. I'm going to try to get James, because we're going to be recording not MC Double Team, but we're going to be recording the Gaming Dream Team on Monday. So basically, I'm going to try to do a wee update video of him, because honestly, life for both of us has just been a bit more hectic than usual. So obviously, we haven't just been able to do this. Like, I've probably had James more on the live streams than, actually no, I haven't, only had him on one live stream. But I can get like in contact with Steph and Alice, who's James' girlfriend, all far more than James. Like, I'm not joking here. Like, whenever we went to college and university, we're like, okay, yes, we've got far more time to work on assignments and all, because not work on assignments, work on the Gaming Dream Team, because you know, because that was so unfair. That was so unfair. I deserved to get that hit there, because I'm not even joking. I was spinning that so much, but I didn't even get one hit off. But there we go. That was easy. That's how you get the final hit in. But yeah, I'm not joking. Okay, this is basically our timetables. We're like, okay, I had all of Monday morning off. James had all of Monday morning in university. I was in all of Monday afternoon. He was out all of Monday afternoon. I had all of Tuesday off, which was so good, because I think you always get one day off a week whenever you're in college, because you work on basically most of your work at home. So basically you'd be typing away and working on your shit at home, and then, you know, then you would end up going back and like checking up with your work with other people and working with other people to get stuff done and all. But basically, James, I was off on Tuesday. James had his busiest day on Tuesday. James was in and out on Thursday. I think James had every Thursday off. I was in all day Thursday. I think the only time we had, oh no, scratch out. I had Friday from like 3 o'clock onwards off. James had Friday from 3 o'clock onwards off. But then he had piano lessons. Like, that's legit our timetables, and we're like, holy crap, this. So we end up not getting as many Gaming Dream Team sessions as we wanted in at all. We ended up getting a couple of Fridays in though, at the end of the year, whenever like we were finishing off subjects. Like, I had finished off programming, which I fucking got a distinction in. I had 2 programming, which is coding for people which is basically coding for people who don't know. I got top marks on both of them. Get in there. So if you need someone to code in Visual C#, me. I also got like top marks in website as well. I got second to top marks in merit, I should say. Merits and distinctions I'm talking about. But it's like for people. Okay, I'm gonna like explain A's and B's. So I got basically 2 A's in programming for both. There's 2 programming lessons. One was for, let's say, not apps, but one was for like programs, which is basically just all in letters and numbers and all, like this, and then other ones were like for programs with buttons and all. Like I made a calculator at one point. My actual assignment though was to make a kids quiz for like children under the age of 5. So I spent such a long time on that, and basically yeah, that was it. Like the whole thing about that was, trying to make a quiz so you can like go between them all. There was help buttons for whenever the children need to like understand what's going on. So like choose this and this, and like it had like you had to add up scores and all between pages and all. I actually really enjoy programming. I want to say I really enjoy coding and all that. But the problem with coding is it isn't the fact that I don't enjoy doing it, but doing that as a job would not be fun, is all I'm going to say. Because as a job, you would actually need to be, for a job, if you screwed up. Okay, I'm going to explain something to you guys. This is a mini coding lesson in a video here. Okay, for coding, there's one thing you need to remember, and that is, whenever you write a line of code, it doesn't end whenever, let's say you take a new paragraph. It ends whenever you put in a semicolon. And basically, if you forget one semicolon, I've done this so many times just while making the quiz. But basically, yeah, you could get about 50 errors because you missed out one semicolon, and because it's been adding on. It's like, okay, this doesn't make any sense. Whenever it goes on this and goes on this, you add in one semicolon, it's all fixed. It's not too bad whenever you're doing like programs which don't have too much work to put into, like it's Servier. But that kids quiz, I'm not joking, I probably spent a good 2 or 3 months on it. Most of the work actually was put in like the final month or so though. That's like what's like in every single assignment, let's be honest here. Most of the work comes in like on the due date of the thing. And people who don't do otherwise, you're completely lying and you know it. Oh god, this is where things could go a bit bad here. But yeah, okay. Oh yeah, okay, I was gonna say it's not coming back. But okay, easy peasy. But yeah, basically yeah, that happened. And we got through all that and all. I really enjoyed doing programming because it's something you had to. It was kind of like puzzle solving on it, so it wasn't just like in websites like drag this here, make this, make it fancy, make sure this is working, make sure you haven't put in the wrong thing. I don't really like making websites, if I'm honest with you. I like making programs though, because it's like you have to think about this, you have to make like an area to put this into, you have to make sure everything adds up, you have to make sure that everything works. And it's just so much fun in my opinion. I love programming. Especially because of a teacher, because the teacher was lecturer was an absolute lad. And that was just something I really, really love to do. Holy crap, it's really something. I've gone these all done? This episode? I'm not sure if this was a longer episode, because I got kind of really wrapped up in those conversations. I might talk about more college stuff, because college was so much fun year 1. Year 2's gonna be so good though, because I got two subjects in lecturing. I got 2 qualifications basically, networking, don't know why I said lecturing, networking. I've got 1 in game development, and I'm using Unity and all, so that's the one I'm really hyped for. But okay, thanks guys all for watching, and I'll hopefully see you guys all next time, where we're going to be moving on, and doing the final galaxy here, and maybe even doing... Okay, I did not mean to do that. I just want to say, I did not mean to do that. Let's see though. it hasn't exposed the name of it. It's just a path exposed. Okay, we'll probably actually might be moving on to there, which is surprising. Also only like 2 episodes in here. One big episode actually. But okay, till then, I'll hopefully see you guys all then. Bye.